Good evening, good evening. I know it's Thursday, special edition, but
Mhm.
I know Friday is my day, but it's Thursday. Welcome to Williams World. I'm your host, Will I Am. Before I get started, now introduce my main man behind the plan. Y'all know him as Charles Breakley, CJ Chuck B. What's up, Chuck?
Yo, what's going on, Will? Hey, man, I'm excited, man. I know
What's up,
something,
Chuck?
something lovely's getting ready to happen. So, as I tell you before, if you rocking, I'm definitely rolling. So let's roll, baby.
Oh man, I'm real excited about this show because the gentleman on the screen with us, wow. I mean, we grew up together. He was always like above and beyond. Look, we're gonna get into all that a little later, but let me introduce my main man, Darren Laws, and he is part of an organization called Team Power Core 24/7 Incorporated. What's up, Laws?
What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Thanks for having me on. And unfortunately, the other members should be probably tuning in, or if they don't, I'm gonna do the best that I can to share some of the good things that we're doing in the communities, not just in Chester.
Exactly. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate you, brother. Definitely.
Always, always. Before we get started, man, oh man, your resume list is long. So you mind sharing some things about who Darren Laws is?
Okay, well, you guys know, I'm born and raised in Chester. Went to Chester High School, played football, ran track, and extended my education to Cheney University, where I graduated from Cheney. I major in recreation and a minor in criminal justice. And, from there, worked 28 years, in the court field, working in the courts, Philadelphia, Delaware County, Montgomery County, Chester County courts, just supervising some people coming from placements and correctional facilities. Did 11 years with the FBI Citizenship Academy with Robert Mueller had inducted me into the FBI along with President Obama. And just been volunteering for years, man. Giving back, trying to come back with some resources. For the city of Chester. I go inside the prisons and I speak. And it's a team, it's a team effort. Like we say, Team Power Core. Our members are Michelle Payne, Tyrone Trader. We just got home. He had a life sentence, did 17 years in prison. He's home, doing real well. He runs a landscaping company. Tafiq, knew me. He's been working with me for years, man, just trying to help a lot of the young fellas out, in the city of Chester, and, working with some adults, man. And these last couple 6 months, we came up with a thing that we wanted to kind of like, give back to the city and feed the seniors and, taking food to, folks who, really need it. So we can go on, man. We just trying to do our part.
Awesome. Now, how long has this organization been going on?
Well, Team Power Core, we actually just developed that organization about 5 months ago, but we actually been doing some work on our own, Numi and myself. I have another organization, a nonprofit called the Mission and Champs Program. So we've been doing that since 2009.
Wow.
Giving back. We actually developed the first mentoring program at Chester High School, and we actually started out with 14. And if you go on the, we have a a Facebook page. It's called Champ Clippers. You'll see we started out with 14 boys, and we actually graduated about 116 boys, and that was in 2015 to 2017. But I got some good news. It's coming back at the high.
Awesome. That's awesome. We definitely need it there. Definitely. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, I like to say, I like to get into what your organization is doing now because the word on the street, we talked about Mr. Trader. Word on the street is you guys are getting people coming home jobs. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you give
So what?
detail
So
on that?
so what we've been doing is guys that's coming home, that's looking for jobs, we try to get them to have a resume and try to find out where they want to work at and what they want to do. Because you got to have them soft skills when you're trying to get a job, and you don't want them to take a job that they really don't like.
Right.
So we happened to get a couple guys out of it's called Geo Reentry over town. It used to be MNSAC.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got we got 2 guys jobs working with general laborers making $17 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process that we had to go through with the parole agents and their counselors over there. So we did that. And then we've been getting a couple other brothers and sisters jobs through like Career Links. We're also registered through Career Links through the Commonwealth. So, we've been helping out with getting jobs, and not just jobs, but providing resources. Some brothers are coming home that need to have paperwork to go in halfway houses or shelters.
Mm-hmm.
Resources for mental health, resources for the family.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, if you look at it, it's all about the family. It's not just the brothers and sisters coming home. We got to make sure that we have the families connected and have the right, resources for them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Darren, what have been some of the obstacles you faced? Because that whole process, I mean, how do you approach that? Okay. These different companies.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had some obstacles with it, or is this certain companies that are taking these guys is getting out, or
right.
Is it a certain type of company? Explain that to us.
So what we have a partnership with, it's a program called Impact, and Philadelphia Works through the University of Penn. Through these programs, they have different employers that hires returning citizens. And that, when we say returning citizens, that's men and women coming home from the gated community. That's all we deal with. If you're not going to take an opportunity to hire someone to give them a chance, regardless of what their background is, we don't deal with them. We got UPS down at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, there are tons of warehouses that we have connections to where you can get a job.
Mm-hmm.
We have University of Penn. I don't want to say the brothers' names, but we have some brothers who may have had a little past back in the day, been there for 15 years, 13 years.
Yeah.
I can say probably 6 of them that I know work at the University of Penn that been there over 10 years. Not only that they work there, they're eligible to go to school for free for their kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we only deal with employers who want to take that chance to hire, returning citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So our main partnership is Impact Services. You can Google them. It's a brother by the name of Ed Hamilton. He's from Chester. He's one of the top guys that really help get a lot of people jobs. And then we have what is it? We have I can't even think of it. Job fairs coming up. We got a job fair coming up. I'll make sure I get the information to you guys with the job fair. The job fairs is geared to hire regular people and returning citizens.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you a question too. Does it determine, in order to get hired, does that determine on what charge they're coming home with? You know what I mean? Like some charges are more, detrimental than others. So how does that work? It doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter what charge you come home with, or is it a certain amount of, or let's just say a lesser charge in order to get these jobs?
Well, it kind of depends on what company that you are applying for. So let's say if you're trying to apply for a hospital job and you have something like a gun charge or something like that, or you may have something like a child abuse where you got cleared, them particular places, they're going to do a real intense background check. But when you got some places like warehouses and you got places like Philadelphia Works, University of Penn, it depends on what department that you're trying to actually get in.
Okay.
But one of the things that made me really get onto this, Philadelphia have tons of resources So I said, well, Philadelphia have them, and we're in Pennsylvania. Why can't Delaware County and Chester have them?
Right.
It's, if you live in Philadelphia and you have a background and you say you can't get a job, you ain't trying hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have it's a brother. He does a surgical tech class. We have brothers that and sisters may have had a background where they pass and get through surgical tech, and they're working in the operating room, making sure that the tools and everything's in cleans and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's out there. It's out there. And I'm not knocking the POs and the parole officers, but a lot of times when these cats come home, they feel like they're not getting the help that they really need.
Right.
So sometimes you got to have somebody else to step up to really help them out and, you know, encourage them and pushing them and tell them, come on, brother, look, man, look, I got your back. Come on, look, this is what you're going to do. We're going to help you out with this. So that's what we do. You know, that's what we do. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, if somebody don't really know you and know nothing about you, they ain't going to really rock out with you.
Right.
You know, they may be like, man, I don't know that cat. You know, I ain't fooling with him. But you know, cats that they know, they may be like, you know what, man, you know, I'm gonna give it a try, man. And I'm not gonna say I'm doing it all. It's we have a team. It's a team of us that work collectively. We stay in our lane and we do what we need to do. Obviously, you see, we got, you know, Ty is home. You know, and you know, he kept pushing, and that's what we tell him: keep pushing, do what you're doing inside, and then come home and don't change it up when you come home. Continue to stay focused.
Right. Awesome. Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing that he home. And I want to touch on some things you said. Yeah, it depends on the situation with a lot of people, with a lot of those places, and where you're trying to work. It kind of reminds me like where I work. I work at a union hall. You know what I mean? Where it's a lot of guys come home and go through the union hall. You know what I mean? Because the background checks aren't as extensive. You know what I mean? But as you said, I want to, you know, harp on that. What you said. I mean, it depends on where you are and the type of work you're trying to do. A lot of them just want good workers. You know, a lot of them give you, you know, the chance to get you. But then again, a lot of them that don't. They like, well, he did this and did that. I don't want to bother him. So that's why we thought it was imperative to get you on here, because you guys are like crusaders for what you're doing. You know what I mean? And it's a buzz. Buzz is bigger. And that's what Feel Good Talk is about. We want feel good stories. We want to help. We want to do our part. And we give it back. We blessed, like you know, we all grew up together. We all blessed. And it's time to commend you on that. Like, we give you your flowers now, and we want to be a part of the situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, we got some comments. We got about 20 of them, but I'm gonna get to this one question on here. This is all well, you know what? Let's start at the top. Because we got a lot of people on here. Izzy Meditate, she says, hello, fellas. What's going on, Izzy? Thanks for tuning in. Shayna Gordine, she says, hello, everyone.
Hello. How you doing?
Shayna. Tyrone Ricks, he said the 10 of Life is tuned in. The 10 of Life is always tuned in. What's going on, Tyrone? We definitely appreciate you. And we just got people saying hello to everybody. Izzy saying hello. This is what we do here, man. They talk to everybody. Everybody's talking to everybody here. And but I just want to get down to this one question right here. Also, Kendra Moore is on here. She says, hi, fam. We got Gooby Goob. He says, nice job. And let's see. This question right here is by Kendra. She said, do managers and or employees of these companies go through some kind of sensitivity training so as not to be negatively biased towards these men and women? That's a great question, Kendra. Great question. I'm gonna leave it up there so you can read it. So she's just wanting to know, do the managers or employees go through sensitivity training when these people, men and women, do come home and they start working, I guess, within that company?
Well,
because, go ahead.
I don't want to speak for a company, but one of the things that they are aware that they are returning citizens. They're coming home and they're trying to, get employment. So they really know if they take a chance on hiring a person and, making sure that they do their due diligence, but not discriminate and say, well, you know, he was locked up, I don't want to hire him. You know, that's the whole purpose of having them all there at the job fairs, for them to know and understand, listen, these men and women have been, you know, detained before. They, you know, they made a mistake in the past. Now they're here to better themselves. If you think about the NFL coalition with Malcolm Jenkins, we actually did something with him, a Bell's bond down at Temple with Impact. Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McCray are big on what we're doing, you know, when it comes down to returning citizens. So I don't want to speak and say every company does that, but they understand that this is the process. And if you're not going to take a chance to try to hire anyone, then you're not really invited to the job fair with, you know, with your business. So they know that. They know that from the beginning.
Okay. And that's awesome, man, because, you know, a lot of these guys and women, they make that mistake and they want to work. You know what I'm saying? They want to come on, they want to change their life, but then they don't get the opportunity to work. And then again, you know how that goes. Once you get that idle time, you know, things happen. So again, you know, that's awesome that, you know, you have an opportunity for these people to come through and actually get a job, and actually, you know, that pays, you know, pretty decent, you know, where they can make a living, you know what I'm saying? And still, you know, able to take care of their family and actually adjust to society, because that's the hardest part right there too. You know, just coming back and adjusting, depending on how well, it doesn't matter. Just being institutionalized in general, just your freedom being taken from you, you know, that's a whole nother mental state of mind that you're in anyway. So that's awesome that, you know, you giving them the opportunity to, you know, get back into society and make something of themselves. You know what I mean?
One of the things that I always share with a lot of guys, and even if you weren't, you know, locked up or detained, or even with students that I talk to, get involved volunteering, get involved doing things that's out in the community, breast cancer walks, you know, bike rides, events and stuff like that, and keep a journal of everything that you're doing, because one of the things employers always say, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. If you haven't been working, what you been doing on your free time? Well, I've been doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, wow, wait a minute. You help organize a breast cancer event? They look at them small things like that, man. They look at that. This isn't just for people who are locked up. I'm always having my hand in everything. Believe it or not, I'm a brother from Chester. I'm on the Delaware County, Pennsylvania prison reentry. I'm the chairperson. So the chairperson, I'm responsible for resources and jobs and stuff like that. So we got judges like Judge Kelly. We got the district attorney's office. We got lawyers. We got all types of POs and agents and stuff. So my job is to get all them resources that they have out there, and what are you providing to help people that's coming home or people that been home. We have a job fair coming up. I think within the next 2 months, what I can do is get that flyer, that information, and it's open to everyone. It's open to everyone. I don't know if they're going to change it up because of the COVID situation, but what I'm trying to do with other people is get a lot of resources down here, man. You know, get on county council, go online and look and see what county council is doing in, you know, in Delaware County, because, you know, they're doing a lot of things that we may not even know what they're doing, you know, but we can be involved in that. So, you know, I always try to get involved with everything, you know, we're working with Josh Shapiro in the U.S. Attorney's Office. You know, you have Ty Trader. When he actually met him, he was shocked. He was just like, wow, man, congratulations, man. Keep up the great work. You know, so it's all of us, man, just trying to make a difference, man, because check this out. We ain't going to be here forever, but we got to prepare our youngins that's growing up what it's going to be like in Chester. Our parents, they stayed on us, man. You know, we wasn't perfect. We ran the streets a little here and there, but we got to prepare these young kids, man. And, you know, because it's crazy out here. You know, it's crazy. So, I mean, you know, we just try to do the best that we can do, you know, just to make a difference in the city of Chester and other areas, man, and just keep moving. You know, it's not about being in the newspaper. It's not about being in the news. It's about having a brother coming up to me Yo, Laws, man, I really appreciate you helping me out, man. You know, I was able to get this job.
Right.
I'm all for that. You know, I
Mhm.
ain't about, you know, I don't need to be on anything, you know, to help somebody out, you know, so that's where we at, man. That's where we at.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's I know that feeling. I mean, we've had people come to us. Thank you for what you know. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do this. You know, I got notes on this. And that's all we want. We want that feeling because, like you said, we're not here forever. We just trying to extend legacy next generation, our generation. You know, I got grandkids. You know, I want to make
Yeah.
sure things is right for them. It's my children as well, and yours, and you know, that's what it's all about. But unfortunately, a lot of times everybody not on that same page. So that's why, you know, it's strength in numbers. You know, we keep building and building. We will triumph. There's no doubt in my mind.
Mhm.
I
Hey,
know
oh,
we one of the things we go out into the community, we do community service. And you know, we went down Third and Lamoka, we hit that real good. We went up Maddie Block, hit that real good. We participated in the graveyard cleanup, you know, we hit that real good. And one of the things that we were telling guys, if you're on probation and you got community service hours, man, get with us because we'll do a letterhead to send to your parole officer to give you community service hours. We're not just even cleanups. If we're going to do a soft event, you know, talking about you know, resources and how, you know, how to improve the city, we can do a community service letter stating that that young man or that woman participated in an event. And it's not always about cleaning up and picking up trash, man. You know, it's about, you know, just trying to help, you know, encourage people, man.
mm-hmm. Hey, we got some comments out there. Kendra Moore says, agree. This can break the cycle in people's lives, not just financially, but from a self-worth perspective. Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, she says, true, volunteering and giving back speaks volumes to one's organization, communication, and social skills. And that's true because where I work, we always do community service. That's part of our AIP. So we have to give community service somewhere. We have to do something within the community to, you know, just to, you know, they want you to do that. They want you to go volunteer time.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you know, I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to that. So, but that, like I said, that's throughout the whole industry. You're right about, you know, giving your time. Yep.
Right.
So,
Right.
Who I seen somebody trying to come in, Chuck. What happened?
I've been trying to get Numi to come in, but he something's wrong. He won't they won't let him. So I don't know if he's in a bad area where he can't get any reception or what, but I keep trying to put him in, but he won't stay on. So if he comes on again, I'll keep trying to put him in here. So
all right, while we talk, while we wait for him, Laws, I like to know. Chuck would like to know. The whole Feel Good staff would like to know, and some of our viewers. You mentioned you went in the areas and cleaned up. How can any of us participate in that?
Well, I mean, it's open to everyone. When we do our next cleanup, we normally put a flyer out, you know, on Facebook saying, you know, where we're going to be at, what we're going to do, you know, with the cleanups and stuff like that, you know, and we just come down there, you know, with our equipment, you know, and just make it happen, man. You know, one of the things that I will say that it's other organizations that's doing a great job doing cleanups, so we're not the only ones doing the cleanups and stuff like that. So you know, it's all of the organizations, including with us, just taking a proactive approach because we know what's going on in our city. And we can't be like, we know we have some people be like, I got mine, I ain't going back to the city and get back. Yo, this city opened up doors for me, man. You know, if it wasn't for this city in the high school, I wouldn't be the person that I am. I'm not saying that I'm better than everybody, but I'm a black man from Chester that was able to do a lot of positive and successful things, man. Just, you know, and people ask you, well, where do it come from? It comes from Chester, from like brothers like you guys. People on here, you know, making comments. There are some great people in this city. So, you know, I don't take credit by myself for this, man. You know, I don't, you know. Where you from, Chester? Oh, you went to Chester High? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you
Yeah.
know that's what it is, man.
Well, they focus on the negativity all the time. That's what sells anyway, negativity. So
Definitely,
of course,
definitely.
that little 5% or whatever that's messing up everything for everyone else, they shine the light on them. And of course, it seems like it's the whole city. Because sometimes you'll mention, I'll say, yeah, I'm from Chester. They're like, oh man, it's rough. That's nah, it's not right. It just depends on, it depends on you and what you do. That's it. Everything. It is not what you think. What the news got it sounding like. Now, don't get me wrong. We got some rough spots. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, they blow it out of proportion and make it look like it's just like war zone, like it's just crazy out there. So again, I always say I'm always proud to tell everybody, yeah, I'm from Chester. That's where I'm from. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, that goes with anything. I mean, the bad always gets mad. Like you could go to a restaurant 10 times, 9 times you got excellent service. The one time you got bad service, that sticks out more.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes. That's with anything. But with this situation here, I think we're gonna overcome a lot of obstacles, and I think we're gonna prevail because I see good. I see and feel good in this. You know what I mean? And like you said, laws, it's not for, hey, look what I did. Look what I did. It's for, this is us giving back. So we're gonna win. We're gonna win. So I want to extend to you that you could use this platform.
Okay.
Anytime. That's what we're about. Like, okay, you said you use social media and flyers and stuff for the next cleanup. Well, we have several shows on this network. We can help. You can extend it to us, and we push it as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And get more numbers and get more done. That way. So just letting you know that this is available at any given time.
Okay. Definitely. And I appreciate you, brothers, for what you do, man, because a lot of times, we always get the negativity about our city and our schools and, but it's a lot of positive things going on, man. We're not perfect, but we're doing a lot of good things. Like I mentioned with me being on, that reentry coalition that we have, I go hard with sharing stuff that we're doing in the city.
Right.
It ain't just shooting and it ain't just me, but a lot of times when you share them things, a lot of people are like, oh wow, you guys did that? Oh, you guys did that? They did that in Chester?
Right.
A lot of times we don't, things don't go in the paper that's positive, but it's a lot of good things that's going on, and collectively all of us working together and playing our part, and doing what we got to do, man. But I just, when you work in that courtroom and you see and that some people do have potential, and I think one of the eye openers, this was years ago, man, when I seen a 9-year-old girl come through the courtroom. This is when they was having the handcuffs and the shackles on. Man, it brought tears to my eyes, man.
Yeah,
it brought tears to my eyes, and I just vowed that I was going to try to go a little extra and harder, to do something different. Or if someone was coming to court, yo, my man, tuck your shirt in. Look, I'm telling you, you got to look presentable when you go in there. You don't want to, hey, yo, take them flip-flops off. Yo, get your brother's sneakers on, man. You ain't supposed to come to court with no flip-flops, bro.
Yep.
And I never got any backlash for it because I was there to try to help. Sometimes people don't know no better, but you have the other folks that come, they have the tie on and the jacket on and they have their lawyer. And sometimes when we come, you taking it as a joke. You can't come to court with no jersey on. You can't come to court, with your flip-flops on. Come on, man. You can't come in there, man, because you're going to get judged automatically.
Yep. And see, that's what they expect anyway, so you trying to keep it real, and that's nothing to get on. Trying to keep it real, like, just got to keep it right. Like, if you go there, you better represent and look accordingly. Right. Because he's automatically assuming, when you walk through that door, I know he's going to be this way or he's going to act this way. And then when they see it, they say, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it give him a different way to look at you versus if you come in there with flip-flops, your hair all over your head or whatever the case may be. We got some comments out there. Kendrick Moore says, true, Chuck. We all got to stop taking other people's narrative about us as facts. Definitely true. Kendra Moore says, Kendra, I agree. And she also says, I recently read a statistic that at this time when so many cities' crime rate was skyrocketed, Chester's crime rate decreased significantly. So the efforts of our guests and others are paying off. Exactly, Kendra.
Yes.
We were going to get to that. We're definitely going to get to that. So
yes. Hey, I have a saying, Tom Brady don't win that Super Bowl by himself.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So the resources that we have right here and the people that's on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking nothing from the DA's office or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But sometimes you have a lot of people behind the scenes that's doing some great things that help make that crime go down.
Mm-hmm.
Help make people think about, you know what, man, I thought about what the old head said to me, man. Or, maybe, one of the fellas like, yo, man, you're going to go kill him over something over social media. Come on, bro. Ain't even that deep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more communication and trying to diffuse something that blows all the way up, and then you turn around, we all related to each other going to the front.
Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you, I seen this post the other day, man, and this was deep. It said, go in your bathroom, sit in there for 23 hours, come out 1 hour and go back again, and then now think about what you were going to do as far as with this gun before you went back out in the street, murder somebody.
Wow.
So I was like, if everybody thought that before they did that, or, trying to keep it real, trying to listen to all these rap songs or just whatever the case may be, that's awesome analogy. Go sit in that bathroom for 23 hours, then come out and say, is it worth it? Because now you're talking years and years that you'll be sitting in that bathroom if you get caught, because the possibility and chance of getting caught, hey, who knows? You may get caught, you may not, but at the end of the day, who want to take that chance? So that was a great analogy. I said, wow, that's crazy. So yeah,
that's what I wasn't always a model citizen, and that's what it's like. I feel uncomfortable doing this broadcast locked in this room sometimes for the house. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to teach, that's another thing. It's not enough of us out there going to this next generation, reaching out to them. Like in one of my old neighborhoods, I was hearing some bad things, like they got guns, they this and that. So I went, I tried to talk to them, and I tried to explain to them something you both touched on. Don't shoot that guy, because if you shoot him, where are you going? He got about 10 or 15 relatives, sad to say, they waiting for you, and you can't take it. And another thing, it's like it's a double-edged sword. You kill him, it's like you're killing yourself, because you're going away. And you can't get that time back.
Right.
And Kendra spoke on something that is so important too. We got to break that cycle. You know what I mean? We putting chinks in the armor, but we really got to crack it. We got to break that cycle, because it seems like it's getting worse. And the guys that are our age that still running the street, running with the young boys, putting the battery in their back, do this, do the bad stuff. That's even worse, because that's where a lot of them are getting it from. They trying to impress, they want that reputation, trying to impress. So,
but I think we lost it a while back, because when we were coming up, we had community. We had that sense of community. When we were coming up, everybody on the block knew everybody. So, now you can go to somebody and you say, hey, say, hey, listen, who's your neighbor? Oh, I don't know them. I've been here. Said, Dawn, how long you been here? I've been here for like 15 years. I don't know who they are. So try to get back to that again. That's when we policed our own streets. That's when, we had to respect. You see a older lady or elder lady coming up the street. If you were rolling dice, you would just stop and stand there and say, hey, Miss such and such, and let her walk by. Once she got up the street, then you continue to play dice. Now it's not like that no more. Now they'll just do anything. And then nowadays, if you even go up to them and try to, I guess, consult or talk to them, They don't want to hear that some of these young boys, oh man, with that old stuff or whatever. So, again, we've seen the progress. Kendra brought it up as far as the Chester crime rate going down. So that's a great thing. So hopefully it is a change coming, and hopefully we can keep that change going in the right direction. And hopefully we'll get back to those days where we can go correct another person's child without having somebody come after you or coming back to you with a gun saying, hey, did you said something to my son or something like that? Because back in the day when you corrected someone as a child, they would get you, then your mom would get you, and about the time you got your behind whoop, you was like, man, I'll never do that ever again. So again, hopefully we can get back to the old days, and we'll see, because everything comes in a cycle. It all is, nothing's new under the sun. So hey, maybe one day we might get there again. You never know.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an awesome program.
That's
What'd you say?
Oh yeah.
We said, well, no, go ahead. I'm done.
That's another thing missing.
What's that?
Another thing missing, how if somebody else came to the hood, friends, all the parents knew who everybody was. We don't have that no more. You know what I mean? As far as what you were saying, as far as the community, because we all knew each other and we all knew each other's parents. You know what I mean? Coming up, and that was a big part of it. So if you were somewhere and somebody else's parents seen you, you were respectful and mindful enough to stop what you're doing because you don't want it to get back home. We don't have that no more, and I think we need that again. You know what I mean? We got to start. We got to find a starting point and go from there. You know what I mean? Because it seems like we like blindly swinging in the wind. You know what I mean? So with your organization, I think that is a heck of a starting block, a foundation for us to build upon. You know what I mean? We got to start something.
And it's well respected with the courts and the Department of Corrections, man. Just going hard and being consistent and helping guys get jobs and helping brothers come home to have some information along with different programs. One of the things I think we need to have in the city of Chester, we need to have more opportunities for folks. And when I say that, different businesses that's coming down here, different programs that's coming down here, taking the opportunity to hire some Chester residents. But our residents also have to be willing to go through training. You got to have training. Some people, don't know how to fill out an application. Or a lot of times the applications are done on the computers, and this is no disrespect. A lot of people don't know their social security numbers. I remember my mom used to tone that in me. Take the card with you, put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
That number. So, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, man. You got to ask for help, man. You got to ask for help. And, we got, this social media and the platform that you guys have. It's a lot of great things that's coming down the line, man, for our city. We can't always depend on city government to do things. We got to step up, like I take pride when I wear this shirt called Black Wall Street, it's deep. Like if you ain't seen it, you need to go and look at it and see what our ancestors done and open the doors for us, man.
Right.
And a lot of our families from Chester, they came from down south to a better place. They was told Chester's a better, better living. So, we have to stick to that. I remember at one time, they was cutting people from the band from the high. Now, they don't even have a band. The band used to be 400 or 500 deep.
I know.
Now we don't got the band.
Right.
That was the thing, the band, getting back to the music and stuff like that, man. So, I can go on and on, man. But, I'm thankful I'm here, to be talking and to be sharing. And I love my city. I love my brothers and sisters and stuff like that, and I'm going to continue to do that until, God willing, I leave this earth, man. It's not about me. It's about helping people. And I run into a lot of cats that I help. They be like, "What's up, Mr. Laws?" They got hair on their face. I'm like,
Yeah, who's that? Yeah.
I'll be like saying to myself, hey, I'm 50 years old, but I don't remember this joker. The first thing I say, you doing all right? And people remember you when you help them out, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
remember you. I don't care how gangster you are. You know, people remember you, or their family members remember, yo, that's a good dude, man. You know, Chuck and them, they're good guys, man. You know, like I said, I don't care. You can be gangsters with 500 guns on you, but if you're a good dude, you're gonna get that respect.
That's right. That's right. Definitely. And I like the fact that you're taking. You said you taking on people also that, you know, just aren't you know, coming back from prison, but you're taking like the young kids and getting them jobs as well. Is that what I heard too? Just to make sure.
Well, actually, I have retired from working in you know, law enforcement, and the high school reached out to me, and I was like, man, I ain't never teach, but they had a class called citizenship. So they was like, well, you know, we want you to teach this class, and you know, you can finagle it and do it the way. So I'm like, man, I don't know if I can, you know, I don't. So I went over and did it up Toby. Toby Farms, like one of the roughest schools. Got up there, you know, first 3 weeks, you know, the kids was a little rough here and there and stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, I worked in the high schools and stuff, so it wasn't no thing. I volunteered. So I worked up Toby for 2 years teaching citizenship and character building, teaching our kids about you know, what it takes to be a citizen. You know, what happened when you make bad choices. You know, and you have to kind of gear it around to some of the things that they like. Like I always try to be creative, you know, where I may say, well, you know, all right, we're gonna talk about Meek Mills. Meek Mills made a bad decision back then and there. Now, why is he doing this to make a good decision? You know, you gotta make it fun for the kids, and they really dug it. Where I was able to do a citizenship club. We started out with like 15. We with the pandemic, we had like 78 kids. But here's the thing. In order to be in the club, you got to come to school. You got to have respect for one another. You got to work hard. You got to make sure you follow the rules at home, and you got to make sure you know you just you know give it your best. So the way we kind of like had the kids that, you know, can we be in the club? Can we be in the club? You know, we would have guest speakers. We would do like a community cleanup in the school, and everybody liked pizza, baby. When you come in that cafeteria with about 20 pieces, you. Come on, we ready to go. Y'all with the club. Then you had the ones, Mr. Laws, can I be in the club? You gotta do what you need to do. Give me 2 weeks. Give me good 2 weeks. And that's how we got them on board, you know, with, you know, being in the club, you know, taking them to do positive things and stuff like that.
And see, that's great, because what that does, it just, you know, you keep doing it repetitiously, you're doing it over and over again, then it becomes a culture. So now it's a way of life. So that's awesome. That's
these kids, right. Man, these kids, I didn't think it was going to be that successful, that quick, man. These kids, man, like we break the kids up. All right, 5 of y'all go down in here, 5 of y'all. And yo, you won't have a problem out of none of them. They cleaning, dusting, and wiping, and you know, doing everything they need to do, and want to help volunteer with, you know, giving the food out and stuff like that. So man, you know, it goes to show our kid we have some good kids, man.
Yeah. And believe me, everybody wants to do well, man. It's just that, you know, some people just don't know how. And like I said, you have an opportunity and showing them, you know, if you do this, you're gonna reap the benefits of this versus, you know, getting in trouble all the time. So, you know, nobody wants to be in trouble all the time, but sometimes they can't help it because that's all they know. So another way, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they're changed, you know, for the better. So,
and then, you know, you have some ones that want to be defined. I ain't Mr. Lawrence.
Of course.
Well, I probably know who your father, your mom is. So morning time, I'm always in the front when they're dropping them off. And one of the young ladies I was like, oh, that's your daughter right here. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Lawrence? She a good kid, but she gotta tone it down. I ain't there to put no kid out there.
Right.
She gotta tone it down a little. Girl, let me tell you, y'all better not, Mr. Lawrence better not give me no car. I ain't had no problem out no more.
See that? That's decent.
Yeah. And you gotta show them you care and you love them too, man. You know,
that's very important because a lot of them don't get that at home. You know, those hugs, that's important. You know, they might say, "Oh, that's corny," but and deep down inside, they really want that. You know what I mean?
They want that conversation, and they read us. They can tell if we care or not.
Yep, they can.
They can tell.
Mm-hmm. You know,
they can tell.
Yep. And like I said, kids can tell if you're good. They can tell by your energy that you give.
Yeah.
They can tell whether you're a good person or not. Just like animals and elderly, they can all tell if you're a good person or not. All you got to walk around somebody's grandmom. Oh, he's not, honey. He's not.
Yeah.
Ain't the one.
Hey man, I'm making fun for him. You know, I just try to make it fun for him and let him know that, you know, that we care, and it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right. And you know, we have a thing that I do. It's called Breakfast with Mr. Loss. You know, on a Friday, you know, once a month.
Okay.
You know, we bring in donuts, fast. You know, they love the fast those, the donuts and the milk, and we sit down and we just talk about doing good things, man. We talk about, you know, what you gonna do next year. You know, what you gonna do in your community. So, you know, it's, you know, you got to be creative with our kids, man. You know, until COVID hit.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm gonna wind it to something you said that I noticed years ago. The band, the music. I remember Mother's Day Parade. You know, we were already out there.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
400 people, right? A whole bunch of them, right? I remember the last time they had a parade, they said the Chester High band. It was one guy with all the instruments tied up to him.
Oh my God. Wow.
Remember, they used to have the guys holding the flags and held the hats. It was like, it was a prideful thing, you know, and it dwindled and dwindled, and I just that one guy, and I told my kids like, this used to be the big part of the parade. We would be like, yeah, I know him, he in my class, and you know.
I don't know if it was the budget that they had, because you know a lot of schools, they have these budgets, just like, you know, like all that stuff has a budget. So I don't know if it was because the kids weren't interested in playing, you know, in the band, because I used to play in the band, I used to play the tuba. I don't know if they were interested in playing in the band, or the budget was cut where they, you know, only could afford, you know, and they took that program away, because that was an awesome program, because music, you need that, man. It's good for the soul, man. Music is good for the soul, you know. And then in the music you were learning, it wasn't just, you know, awesome beats. It was a lot of concert bands and stuff. So you were learning all types of different music, and you know, open your mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And show you different different styles of music. So it was an awesome program when it was running, because like I said, I went through it. I ended up getting a scholarship and went to Dell State. So it worked out for me. So
okay.
It might be a bit of both the interests and the but might be a little bit of both. Some of the kids have lost interest and the budget.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
Like now, a lot, like every time Laws care, it's football time. We play football all the time. We play, you know, we will this neighborhood, that neighborhood. Let's meet up the A field. It's
behind the high school.
Behind the high school, we playing tackle.
Right.
We don't have it anymore, because now the game could be spread off. That's not part of it, because I let my kids just play big. You know, and I tell them we didn't have it outside. Yeah. We was outside. We was in elementary school playing football with cartons. Carton, you know, on Blacktop. A lot of that element is on now, and that is that's a double edged. No activity. The interest is all gathered up into the videos and such. But a lot of times you got to take that positive as, you know, they're not in the street. They're not running the street. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to make good out of that any way you can. But part of the
Yeah, the technology has slowed a lot of our youngsters down, and they, you know, more so into the video game, sitting home more so, not as active as it used to
Right.
be. We used to be, you
Right.
know, because I remember when Atari first came out. I'm telling my age right now, but it's all good.
Yeah, I enjoy
Uh,
Atari.
yeah, Atari. Remember Atari 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What's the Atari?
Yeah, you know what it is. So what we gonna do? We gonna take,
That's a restaurant.
yeah. So we're gonna take a commercial break. We're gonna come right back, and we'll be right back. This is the A Game. This is our sponsor for tonight. This is the A Game. Here we go. And that is the A Game, great for vitality, energy, strength, and libido. And if you want your free sample, I have 3 left. Give me a call at 302-723-2836. Again, 302-723-2836 to get your free sample of the A Game. So A is a great product. It's for men only. And hopefully we'll get something in for the women eventually. So, all right. Hey, awesome conversation. And I don't know, I guess we got about maybe a good 10 minutes. So any last words or anything you'd like to tell us, Darren, before we get out of here, and also let the people know where they can find you at the end of that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, you can actually go on my Facebook page, Darren Laws. You can inbox me. A lot of things that we put up is positive.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a Team Power Core 24/7 page also.
Okay.
Where we like to post a lot of things on what we're doing. And, you know, we're getting a little bit better now. You know, we're sharing information on that page and resources now that, you know, we have 2 awesome young ladies, Michelle Payne, and we have a young lady by the name of Kat Kiefer. You know, that's a part of our organization. You know, just sharing information and you know, like I said, I can get some stuff over to you guys about that job fair that's coming up. But what I want everybody to tune into and look up Impact Services Corporation. They do a lot. They do a lot with men and with men and women in the Department of Corrections, and not even if you're not involved in the system, but Impact Services do a lot. They do a lot, and that's how we were able to get our partnerships with them through Philadelphia Works, with a partnership, with University of Penn, Gold Puff, Amazon. We have a network, to try to get people jobs through them, through, a brother that, we had an opportunity to work with. His name is Ron Story. Ron Story is a great guy. Ron Story is the man. He does a lot in Philadelphia. And, when we sat down with this brother, he was very impressed, how, we were, put together, and, how passionate we are about, giving back to make a difference, man, and that's basically it, man. That's who we are.
Okay.
That's who we are. And all the other great organizations out there that's doing work too. So, we're not taking nothing from them either.
That's right. Now, this right, Impact Services Corporation, is that right?
Yes. Impact Services Corporation.
There you go. Check them out. I guess you can look them up. And hey, I'm gonna tell you where you can find us at. You can find us on LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk. You can find us at Facebook on Feel Good Talk, YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business, Instagram at Phil.GoodTalk, and you can email us at feelgoodtalk113@gmail.com. And also check out the website at www.feelgoodtalk.net. So these are our that's where you can find us at. And we have a lot of, we have shows, but I have to change some of the stuff, so we'll put those up next time. So
Okay.
right now, this is what we're gonna go with. But again, check him out, Impact Services Corporation. And I'm gonna let Will end the show. Let him do his thing.
I'd like to add, first of all, I'd like to add thank you, because we know how busy you are. Thank you for gracing us with your visit.
Oh man, I'm honored. I'm honored, man, to be on here with you guys and just
thank you, brother.
Just sharing information, with some great people, man. And I pray every night that our city, it gets better each day, man. It's taking it one day at a time, man. Put them guns down and talk about it. It ain't that deep, because when they in the courtrooms and you going upstate for 20 years or, for a life sentence, a lot of people don't even know you commit a crime in Philadelphia. In Pennsylvania, we have a life sentence. They giving you life. Other places maybe 25, 26. Pennsylvania giving you life, and it's a lot of brothers that's doing life, over a bad choice that they made, man.
That's deep, man. Wow.
Yeah. You get that back. That's cycle, man.
The last time I was in the prisons of SCI Chester and Phoenixville, man, I seen so many brothers that I haven't seen in years, and you're like, yo, this is where you was at. Like, I'm saying that to myself, man. Like, the last time I was up SCI Chester when I spoke, because I normally speak at the Lifers. I was one of the guest speakers there. I'm walking across the yard. I hear, Darren Laws, Chester in the house. A lot of Chester. Yeah, Chester in the house. I'm like, wow. Ooh, come on, man.
Yeah,
but I try to encourage some brothers and just tell them to keep pushing, man. Some brothers are coming home from doing life sentence, man. You just have to change. You gotta get involved with different activities and look at Ty Trader. He had a life sentence over marijuana.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Third strike over marijuana. So, man, I just try to keep it pushing and try to be an advocate for them brothers behind them bars and them sisters and, our city of Chester.
There you go.
Like, the other workers and stuff are doing, man.
Awesome, man. Hey, we got some comments out there. Kendra Moore says, great show. Thank you and your team for what you're doing. Keep rising. Thanks, Kendra. And also, Izzy Meditate says, love it. So a lot of people are definitely loving that, loving what you're doing, loving what the whole team is doing. That team Power Core 24/7. So
one of the things I wanted to hit on before we close the show out, and I know my brother up top, we had a personal conversation, but I'm not ashamed to say this. We have to take care of our health, and we got to go to the doctors, as Black folks. In 2019, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I'm thinking I never smoke or drink or anything like that.
Right.
And the way I got diagnosed with cancer by going to the doctors, and my numbers was high, and then I went to a neurologist and everything like that, and it devastated me, man. It devastated me, but I was fortunate enough to have aunts that work in the medical field where they actually was my coaches, man, because when you hear that word cancer, from having a grandmother that died from it, and 3 aunts that died from it on my father's side, you kind of panic. Right. But you have to go to the doctors and get checked out, man. And it's if you don't, we lost some good brothers, and sisters, and I'm not saying that they didn't go to the doctors, but we have to go to the doctors, man, and get checked out, and make sure we follow up, because you know, we 50 and 40, you know, we can't be eating them cheesesteaks and them cheese fries all the time, man. We have to, you know, take care of ourselves, man. We really do. So, you know, I was fortunate to pull through. Like I said, you know, I'm cancer free. And, you know, I speak on that a lot, you know, when I'm out, you know, our health, you know. And that's important, man. And you know, I stay on my boys about it because, you know, it was in the family. So, you know, I stay on my boys because it can pass down to them. So, you know, I stay on them constantly trying to eat healthy and, you know, going to the doctors and everything. But I wanted to share that, and I wanted to thank everybody that was on. You know, I really appreciate you guys, you know, for what you're doing and stuff like that. And you know, that's all continue to work hard to try to make a difference, man, you know, because it's important. It's very important.
Yes, sir. I'm glad everything worked out for you, brother. So I went through a similar situation, not cancer though, but I had something prostatitis, and it woke me up too. So definitely. So.
Hey, like you said something very key. Never smoked. You know, and
I never smoke a drink.
Oh, hey, he smoked, so yeah, you never smoked. I smoked like a Chevy with a bad muffler, right? I stopped for years. Then I get diagnosed. It enlightened us to, like you said, what we eat, exercise. There's a lot of things that contribute to that. So you nailed it, and you know, that's another thing we can add to our resume for our Feel Good Talk Team Power Book, you know, Film Wealth Seminar.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're gonna live until we all thought we were invincible. We're gonna live forever, but you gotta start getting on it, taken care of, because hey man, like you said, we lost a lot of good brothers and sisters. So bad health. So that's another thing to add and into the repertoire, because we're going to see each other again, God willing. I'm sure we'll see each other again, and we're going to bring better endeavors. You know, just the beginning of the building that we're going to be.
And one of the things I wanted to share, tomorrow I'm actually going to be speaking at Geo Reentry right in Chester. With the brothers, along with Impact Services and the different resources and everything like that. You know, that's around in the Delaware County area. You know, I'm gonna mention the good work that you brothers are doing, because you never know, you may have somebody that's interested in the type of work that you guys do. So it's all about sharing information, man, and you know, working together, man. You know, that's one of the things that I think that's important. Then the other thing, I'm gonna get the date. We're actually partnering up with the Chester Fire Station. We're doing a book bag drive right over on the east side. So I'm gonna have that flyer and the date. Jackie Goldsboro is actually putting that together. So there are going to be tons of book bags and supplies. The fire company actually going to be, you know, doing that. So I'm going to have all that information too. So I'm gonna just try to be real proactive with sharing stuff, you know, on my page, and you know, making sure you guys get it, and you know, just go from there.
All right, cool. That'll be awesome. Definitely, and we'll definitely help out. So just give us a holler. Definitely.
Okay. Definitely.
I wouldn't mind going to the prison, but I owe him for a pillow I tore up, so I don't want him to keep. But first, the book bag, I'm all for that. I'm all for it. You know, kids and help anybody.
Okay.
You know, I've been blessed to get where I'm more blessed. You know what I mean? And as they say, I'm paying forward, I'm gonna give back. You know?
And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention with Impact Service, they can ask for Ed Hamilton. He's homegrown Chester. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know him. They call him Rav. From down third in the Mocha Street. That's the man. He run that Impact Service, man.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Ed Hamilton.
All right. Awesome.
I know him. Yeah. That's good guy.
People. Good peoples.
Good people. Yeah,
Good people.
Small world. Small
Yeah.
world. Okay. That works well. We'll be linking up soon. Probably sometime tomorrow I might touch base with you again on
Okay.
some endeavors, and just keep doing what you do, man. We behind you 100%.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. And you guys got my support, 150%. And everybody that's on this call, man, nothing but love for y'all guys. And, let's continue to keep doing what we're doing. And, people always say, like, you guys ain't gonna be nothing. You from Chester, this and that. It ain't where you from, man. You just gotta keep pushing, man.
That's it, brother. Yep.
You gotta keep pushing, man, and let our work speak for ourselves, man.
That's right. Yep. All right, brother. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey, y'all brothers, have a good night, man. Love y'all. Be talking to y'all. Keep up the great work.
All right, be safe out there, brother.
Yes, yeah. I'm right at the home front. I'm going to go in and get in bed, man.
I hear that. That's the best place to be. Yes,
and
sir.
we old now, so we can't even stay up no later than 12:30, 1 o'clock. We be like, hey, man.
Shoot.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All
right, brother.
You speak French?
No.
We old. I'm 40 this year.
So, okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
All right.
Hey, but you know what? You know we got something in common. The Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. We always gonna be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Eagles, baby. Always live. EAGLES, baby. Yes.
Show's over. Thank you. And
y'all.
On behalf of Team Core and Feel Good Talk, Chuck Reedley and myself, God bless you. Good night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.